For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their automobiles, as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Hey, cue that music, right? The lowrider. Hey, welcome everyone to the one and only Crash Course Radio with your humble host, Peter Krausch. Welcome to all. Before we get on with the show, I want to do a little housekeeping here. This is a live show, right? So if you want to call in and pick my brain, all right, anything that's on your mind, give me a call here, 631-451-1039. 631-451-1039. I mean, pick my brain. I mean, if you want to react to the show, something I said piqued your interest, or maybe you have a difference of opinion, or you've heard something different, you want to just find out if that's the right thing you heard. All right, hey, give us a shout here. Folks, we are on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, IG, and Facebook. All right, IG being, of course, Instagram. All right, Spotify, a big move for us there, thanks to my amazing in-house studio engineer here, as well as my social media manager, Anthony. Thank you very much. Got a big smile on there. Nice day today. Folks, again, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Instagram, and Facebook. We are active all across the social media fruited plain. All right, and 631-451-1039 brings you into this amazing studio here at 103.9. You get to talk to little old me. All right, so I want to touch on a couple of things here from last week. All right, we had an amazing guest in-house, Jeff Wasserman. Jeff, thank you very much for your time and your professional opinion on a very important subject, right? Hey, listen, I know it wasn't exciting, okay? And I've often spoke about how some of the stuff that we bring up here, folks, isn't exciting, right? But what we're doing is we're making the mundane interesting, all right? And the insurance matter fun. Right? Exciting, and we're making you think about a lot of stuff that you don't want to think about, right? I read the things you don't want to read, I listen to the things you don't want to listen to, and then I cherry pick the stuff that you need to know, and I bring it to you here. I get to speak to you fine folks every Tuesday afternoon, and I love doing this. We've been doing it now for a little over a year, and we're going to keep doing it all year long, all right? So thanks again, Jeff. And Jeff is, of course, with Rosner, Russo, and Shababian, all right? And they are one of our network personal injury firms, and you can find those folks up in Farmingdale on Conklin Avenue, and they can be reached at 516-376-0000. It's like some top secret phone number, 0000. All right, but thanks again, Jeff, for all that great information. It was a very interesting show. All right, folks, uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. I can't stress it enough. There is quite an epidemic across Long Island here with people driving without insurance or not enough insurance. Okay, and as Jeff spoke about at some length, you can find yourself or your family and friends in quite a pickle, all right, if you don't have the right coverage when it comes to that type of situation, all right? So shop your insurance, like I've been saying here, all right? Shop that insurance at least twice a year. Check your insurance policy, all right? If you have an agent, if you have a broker, go visit them once in a while. Say, hey, I just want to see what I got, what I'm paying for. You know, do I have what I need? All right, is it the right amount of money am I spending for what I need? All right, or do I need more, or can I pay less for more? Should be doing at least twice a year, folks. Very, very important. We call it shop your insurance. All right, yeah, so all important stuff. So what do I want to get to here? I got a lot to cover. Hey, I got some exciting stuff coming out of the stack of stuff. All right, I haven't dove into that in quite a while, but I found some interesting articles, so we're going to share that with you here later today. I think you'll find it interesting. Also, we're going to interject a little humor, all right, some historical humor. I found it funny. I also found it very enlightening because it wasn't exactly what I thought was the truth, but apparently, you know, things get coded over and such throughout time. So some humor as usual, and then some interesting little quirky things that I dug up in the stack of stuff. All right, so I wanted if I put something out on Instagram, all right, about what I wanted to hit on here in the first segment. I'm gonna wheel into that right now. So seems to be a lot of consternation, especially now that we find ourselves in economically challenging times. A lot of consternation and somewhat what I would say disinformation regarding the subject matter when it comes to like premiums, right? We all pay premiums, and what affects that, right? Now I deal with this on a daily basis because, as you know, I work in this industry, right? I'm not just a talking head or an academic. I've been saying that forever now, but it's the truth. I am working in this business every day. I'm helping people just like you out there every day make the right decisions, all right, about how, when, and where to get their car fixed, all right, and how to handle the insurance guys, how to report a claim. So in that vein, what I've been seeing is quite an increase in frequency of people being very, very concerned, understandably, right? I mean, let's face it, we're in very economically challenging times. I know here across Long Island, we don't always seem to feel the pinch as much right away, but it is what it is, folks, and you can't argue with facts, all right? Things just cost a heck of a lot more. And it's no different with insurance, right? And if anybody was paying attention, the insurance companies were not shy about letting us know, this was 6 months ago, that we could all be expecting a wonderful premium increase, all right? That increase is going to hit you. If it hasn't already, it's going to hit you, and it's regardless of what your track record is with them. All right? So I want to wheel into that now. What I'm wheeling into here is what I brought up on my Instagram post. All right? It was what we talk about, reaction or premium reaction to loss. Okay? So you have a claim, and the insurance company pays the claim, and then somewhere down the road, you get an increase in your rates. All right, so we're seeing a dramatic increase in people being very concerned about that. And as such, they're pushing back against the option of using the insurance coverage because understandably, they're concerned about having to pay more, all right, for their insurance coverage, or they're afraid maybe they're going to be dropped. All right, so what does the insurance company actually consider? All right, I want to touch on this because I want to try and clear the air on this because a lot of people are just confused on this. And like I said, a lot of consternation about it. I actually had people come into my shop. I kid you not. I had a customer just the other day. This gentleman came in. The entire front of his car was destroyed. How he was driving this thing, I don't know. Me and my partner went out there and were just, flabbergasted. But he was. And the damages were clearly over $10,000. And he didn't know what to do. He was all bewildered, shaking his head, mumbling. I thought it would be a lot less. I don't know how he thought a lot less, unless you're going to use, I guess duct tape and glue or something like that. I don't know. But at any rate, his major concern was I can't put an insurance claim in. My rates are going to go up. Okay. So they might go up, folks. Right? Honestly, I can't tell you if they're going to go up or they don't go up. Are there some specific instances where you can almost automatically guarantee a rate increase? Of course. All right. And I can give you those, up and down. I'll give you an example. All right. You back into a parked car. You're at fault, 100%. All right. Most likely you're going to get a rate increase. You run through a red light. You hit somebody. You blast the guy. You T-bone him. You're going to get a rate increase. All right. But the rate increase itself, all right, and this is where people get becomes a gray area and people have a lot of frustration over, all right, understand. So I'm going to try and clear the air a little more here. All right, we dig down into that. There are a lot of things that the insurance companies consider, all right, when it comes to who gets a rate increase, how much that rate increase is, all right, and whether or not that rate increase will be perpetual. In other words, you're going to get another rate increase and another rate, whether or not that rate increase will signal possibly being dropped by the insurance guys. All right. That type of business in the insurance industry originates out of a very little known sector called underwriting. All right. It's the underwriters that are responsible for determining basically, who should be insured and for what rate and that type of thing. The actuarials are the masterminds. right? The statisticians, the guys that you knew in school that were really math wizards and everything like that. These are the guys that are up there figuring out what the risk should be and what that risk should be valued at. All right, then it's up to the underwriter to apply that knowledge and determine, okay, does this guy fit that risk category, this risk category, and what should we charge him according to that risk? All right. It is complicated, but because it's complicated, you don't necessarily have to be as concerned or as uptight about whether or not you're going to get that rate increase, right? Because it's complicated, and what triggers a rate increase with one may not trigger a rate increase with another. Same with insurance company to insurance company. So it's not all black and white, all right? And when we come back off the break, all right, I'm going to delve into this just a little deeper and bring this all back around to what this means to you when it comes to making the decision about whether you should file an insurance claim. All right, guys? All right, so stick with me. All right, I will see you on the other end of the break. Rider is a little higher. All right, welcome back, everyone, to Crash Course Radio with your host, Peter Crouch, the one and only, on the one and only radio talk show dedicated to promoting and supporting the privately owned and operated auto body industry across the great fruited plains of Long Island, Suffolk, and Nassau County, soon to be statewide. And most importantly, getting to talk to you fine folks out there every Tuesday afternoon. That's what we've been doing. We're going to continue to do that for the next year. And you can talk to me at 631-451-1039, 631-451-1039. We're talking about rate increases to your premium. What are the risk factors involved? And, what do the insurance companies consider when it comes to raising somebody's premium? And, how you can better make a decision around that, all right, by being better informed. Okay, I didn't mean to stutter on that one. Hey, and also, listen, don't forget Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, and Instagram and Facebook. All right, real exciting stuff. We continue to plow forward in all those venues. All right, thanks to my amazing engineer there. All right, he's doing an amazing job. So we're on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Instagram, and Facebook. So please check us out there. All right, again, 631-451-1039. All right, if you have a question, all right, and you want me to answer something that on the topic we're talking about, then give me a call and let's see if we can help you out. I think we have Lee from Southold on the line.
How you doing?
Good, Lee. What's going on out there?
Dude, wondering what's the impact of cell phone use on rates and its impact on how much they go up if you get a ticket.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Okay, so what Lee is talking about is when it comes to criminality. All right, so you separate those two issues, Lee, when it comes to the insurance companies. Right, you have criminality and then you have civil. What I mean by civil is liability issues, right? Whether you were at fault or not at fault for the accident. All right, it's a great segue too, Lee. Good question, because it segues me right into what I was going to talk about here. Folks, what Lee's talking about is what I was going to wheel right into here after the break. So the insurance companies, folks, they're going to look at categories when it comes to possibly raising your premium, right? Now, criminality, to directly address Lee's question, is definitely another trigger for a possible rate increase. It's also a trigger for being just dropped, all right? Generally speaking, you won't be dropped right away. It's not usually, unless it involves a DWI, something very serious, it's not something that's going to result in you being canceled, is what we used to say in the insurance industry, right? We're canceling this person's policy. But it is something that could contribute to that down the road. So with respect to cell phone, all right, you got caught talking on your cell phone, you get a lot of points on there, big hefty ticket. Or let's say speeding, okay? Let's say you have speeding tickets on your record. All of these things, Lee, they definitely impact underwriting, and they definitely will have some effect on your premium, okay? What that overall effect will be varies greatly from company to company, all right? Because if you're with a discount insurance company, all right, like the Progressives and the Geicos, you can probably expect to get a little bit of a hefty increase, okay? Because their business model basically says, hey, we let you join us, and we gave you a below market rate, and now unfortunately, you became riskier, so we have to raise you up to the current market rates, and that's how usually that their business model prevails. All right. But yeah, cell phone, getting tickets like that, speeding tickets, parking tickets, not generally, unless you're just a parking ticket, lunatic where you're getting these things, left and right. In which case, that's usually not something that's going to show up anyway. But cell phone, what's the other thing? A distracted drive, obviously it goes without saying, driving while impaired, DWI, anything like that. These things definitely will impact your premium. That's a definite, okay? So good question, Lee. Appreciate it. And thanks for listening. Hey, folks, like I said, I want to dovetail on that Lee brought that up now. All right, so liability, all right, and each of your coverages are also categories of which the insurance company looks at. All right, so what do I mean by that? Well, you have collision coverage, comprehensive coverage, all right, and then you have within that, you have other coverages, right? You have no fault, you have bodily injury, you have underinsured, uninsured, all right? So let's look at the liability issue. All right, you could have 3 claims, all of which you aren't responsible for, okay? All of which the insurance company recovered every dime, every penny, and if you put in a collision claim and got your deductible, they return your deductible. So in that instance there, folks, the insurance company is successful in getting all or most of their money back, and you aren't responsible for those accidents. In most cases, that is a scenario of which you don't really have to be concerned about a premium increase. Again, this is a gray area, and it's not very objectable. It is subjectable, unfortunately. All right, but for the most part, those are scenarios where you won't have to worry about a rate increase. But liability is another key issue, and it's right up there with Lee's issue, right, with a criminal issue, right? That's what they focus in on liability. Big driver as to whether or not you may have a rate increase, okay? Now let's look at the other coverages. Collision, right? You have collision coverage. What is that? It's physical damage, right? You drove into a pole, drove into another car. Whatever you do to that car that causes physical damage, that's what that coverage is for. All right. So there with the collision, what they're looking at, now pay attention because I guarantee everybody hearing my voice out there has got this wrong. Folks, they don't look at the dollar aggregate amount. They just don't. I get people asking me this all the time. Oh my God, it was $12,000 worth of damage. Oh, they're going to kill me. No, they're not. What's going to kill you is if along with that $12,000, you cause damage to other people's property, damage to other people's body. That's going to kill you. The actual aggregate amount of your estimate is not going to impact whether or not you get a rate increase. It just isn't, okay? Your policy is such that you're paying for that coverage so that they can make you whole. So whether it's $1 or $10,000 doesn't matter. What does matter is frequency and at fault, all right? That I can tell you. So remember, don't get too consumed and caught up in the dollar amount, all right? I see a lot of people get all worked up. Oh, my God, the guy wrote $8,000 to fix my car. They're going to kill me. I'm going to get hammered. No, not true. They're not concerned about that. They're going to look at recoverability, liability, right? Are you at fault for it? If you're not, are you fully at fault, partially at fault? Are we getting all our money back, some of our money back, none of our money back, right? Maybe you're not at fault, but this guy doesn't have anything. He has no coverage, okay? He took off, right? Your phantom car. That's another thing. That's another topic for another day, folks. Phantom car. I got a lot of information for you on that one. Phantom car isn't too phantom when it comes to the insurance company, all right? As far as they're concerned, you had an accident. They don't care that it was a phantom car, all right? But, so liability, collision, all right? Dollar amount of the claim isn't going to cause a premium increase, okay? And comprehensive. Comprehensive, right? Act of God, physical damage to the car caused by anything other than an impact. So what are we talking about? Hail, wind, right? Weather events, vandalism, stolen and recovered, scratches, right? Bird droppings, okay? Anything like that, any oddball stuff, that comes under comprehensive. That's almost a guaranteed lockout for any type of risk to any rate increase. Now, the frequency thing, right? We're coming into the last minute and a half of this segment, and we're going to move on to some other topic matter in the rest of the show. So I want to finish up here. Pay very attention. It's very important. Frequency, folks, okay? That is a big driver here. How many claims you have, all right, and the nature of those claims is another driver whether you have a premium increase. So again, if you had 3 accidents within the last 2 years, but all 3 of those accidents were not your fault, and your insurance company was successful in recovering all the money, guess what? Doesn't matter, right? It's not really going to be of a concern. Now, could you get a rate increase? Yeah, you could. But it most likely won't be tied directly to the fact that you had these accidents. All right, so frequency is a big thing, and also liability. Are you at fault? And if not, are you 100% not at fault? 60%? 50%? Right? Those are the 2 things. So keep that in mind. If you find the need that you have to file an insurance claim, please do not get that caught up in this. All right? It's not an automatic thing. They're not looking to give you a rate increase. They're not looking to drop you. All right? But there are these different things that we talked about that they definitely use as guideposts. And frequency, how many claims you have every year, and whether or not those claims are your fault, those are definitely 2 drivers that will affect a premium increase. All right? Great stuff, right? Woo! Had a lot of fun with that one. Hopefully you helped a lot of people out. All right, when we come back on the other end here, I'll have some interesting facts from the stack of stuff. For over 35 years, the Cacciatore family has provided state-of-the-art auto collision repairs. V&J Auto Body is not only certified to repair all makes and models, V&J is one of the few auto body repair shops certified by Tesla to repair and recalibrate their automobiles, as well as other electric and hybrid vehicles. Detailed repairs combined with award-winning concierge service makes V&J the only choice for your collision repair needs. V&J will pick up your automobile wherever on Long Island you are, provide you with a rental, and deliver your vehicle when the job is complete. Too good to be true? Visit VJAutobody.com. That's VJAutobody.com. Come over and meet the crew. VJ Auto Body's 2 state-of-the-art facilities are equipped with the latest technologies in auto repair. Let V&J communicate with your insurance company for you and deliver back to you a detailed, perfectly repaired vehicle. Contact V&J Auto Body by visiting VJAutobody.com or call 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Woo! All right, welcome back, everyone, to Crash Course Radio, the one and only, the first of its kind. Plowing along, leading the way here. Crash Course Radio. Hi, I'm Peter Crouch. I am, of course, the host of Crash Course Radio. Welcome back. Welcome. If you're just stopping by, you're turning the dial and you're hearing my voice. You're like, what's this guy all about? I got nothing else to do. Well, welcome. All right. I can assure you, you're gonna walk away here today scratching your head going, wow, I didn't know that. Hey, 631-451-1039. 631-451-1039 brings you into this wonderful studio here to talk to little old me. And folks, let's not forget, we are now on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, of course, Instagram, and Facebook. All right, so if you partake of those or all, please go check us out. As my amazing social media manager, Anthony, is doing a bang-up job there. All right, we continue to improve our visibility and increase our footprint, which, of course, is great for you folks out there. And, hey, folks, I am the owner and founder of Collision Services Network. All right, collisionservicenetwork.com, the first and only network dedicated to the privately owned and operated auto body industry, all right, and all affiliated businesses. What do we mean by that? Well, we need personal injury firms and independent insurance brokers, all right, and, of course, you folks, right? We are dedicated to providing you with the knowledge and information you need and can use and advice you can trust, right? First of its kind, folks. You now have an unfiltered, unbiased resource, all right, to get the information, all right, and knowledge you need to make the right decisions, right? And when you need to, right? If it's regarding auto body or insurance, all right, if you need to find a personal injury lawyer or anything like that, all right? And I do apologize. I just want to put out a little housekeeping here one more time. CollisionServicesNetwork.com is temporarily under reconstruction. And I'm happy to say for very good reason. Okay, we've partnered up with a new company. We're very excited. Okay, they are putting us on Google and they are increasing our footprint and visibility there tremendously. All right, so we really look forward to a long-term relationship with them. I'm having the website redone. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be very proactive and very user-friendly. All right, so there's going to be a lot of good things going on there, so just be patient. All right, but if you need to get a hold of me, 631-452-2569. That's 631-452-2569. That puts you in touch with me. All right, CollisionServiceNetwork.com. And if you need an amazing body shop, All right, if your car got in a wreck or you have to file an insurance claim, all right, then give me a call and we're going to make sure we get you set up with the people that are going to look out for you, all right, and fix your car the way you want it, not the way the insurance guys do. All right, so let's keep moving along here, having more fun than anybody should be legally able to. All right, I don't know where it comes from. I tell you, I amaze myself all the time. It's talent on loan from God. At any rate, what I wanted to touch on, I have a stack of stuff. Right, I haven't gone into that stack of stuff in a while. There's been so many moving parts, so much going on here. All right. I'm gonna give a shout out one more time here. Our newest network partner. All right, Northern Boulevard Collision. Paul and the team over there. Paul, once again, welcome, guys, folks. Great Neck. All right, that part of the county up there. You know the area. If you live there, you're in Western Nassau County. You got to go to Northern Boulevard Collision. All right. Paul and his team are amazing. He's got amazing front-end people. Most of them are all ex-insurance guys, so you know the deal, right? They're going to be able to handle your insurance company. Northern Boulevard Collision, 325A, Great Neck Road in Great Neck. All right, and you can reach those guys over there at 546-247-4139. All right, please give them a call if you need auto body work, collision work, if you have problems with your insurance company or you're disappointed about your current shop. Dial them up, all right, in Great Neck area. Thanks again, guys. Welcome aboard. So let's inject a little humor here. So in my stack of stuff, I happened to stumble across a letter. What a dingbat. I guess I'm getting Santa Claus on my mind, Christmas. An article. And the article's addressing, among other things, about how you have to be open to new things and maybe you need to rethink how you do stuff, right? And talking about the collision business and how there's been a paradigm shift and they're going into all this stuff about how you need to be open-minded and we need to re-examine how we do business in the collision industry. All great stuff. Not very interesting to you folks out there. This, however, might be. All right, and I thought we would I would interject this today in the middle of the show. So this is dispelling a couple myths, right? And I guess the author thought that this was apropos because what they're doing is dispelling the myth that, everything we've been doing is the right way and we shouldn't change it and we should just keep going ahead with doing things the way we do. Right? Of course, for most of us, we're probably shaking our head going, I think I all know that that's usually not a good thing to do. You have to be open to change. You have to be flexible, be willing to change, be willing to see the future. So in that vein, the author thought it was appropriate here to bring up a couple of myths, all right, that all of us, including me, have basically heard over the years. And I guess apparently, according to what this guy found out, it's not exactly true. So let's take Napoleon, right? Everybody knows the big joke with Napoleon, hand in the shirt, short guy, never got any respect, had to be up on the tallest horse and, whipping everybody. I guess I just added that all in for effect. Napoleon was not that short. He was actually average height, 5'7" for his time, right? Maybe not today. The nickname Little Napoleon actually came from his military friends teasing him about his low military rank. 200 years later, we all think he was just a short guy who had some kind of complex stuff like that. So pretty funny, right? I mean, I just took it for granted the guy was short. I don't know. Apparently, it was more of a teasing thing among his military cohorts. All right, and here's another one. All right, David. All right, we all know. Well, maybe we all don't know, but some of us know about the story David and Goliath. Okay, interesting story. Turns out David actually was the favorite all along. Everybody likes to say David was the underdog. Apparently not what this author discovered. He was the favorite. He wasn't the underdog. And in the battle with Goliath, David used a slingshot, which would, I guess, be the equivalent of a sniper rifle today, to take down Goliath. He was going to be extremely accurate from a great distance, likely killing anyone who took aim at him. Yet thousands of years later, we still refer to this guy as the underdog, winning against David beating the big Goliath, the big guy. So I didn't even think about that, but I guess it makes sense, right? If you got something that can reach out and touch someone before they ever get within walking distance of you, I think you got a pretty good chance of winning no matter how big that person is. If you read Malcolm Gladwell's book, David and Goliath, you will learn all sorts of fascinating details about David and Goliath that completely destroy what perceptions we have in our head, including all of Goliath's flaws. There you go. So not only was David not the underdog, he was the favorite. Apparently Goliath wasn't that bad of a guy. That's the takeaway on that. Anyway, I hope everybody found that as interesting and somewhat humorous as I did. Now on to some more stack of stuff. Hey, you driving EV out there? You know anybody that does? We all know what EV is, electric vehicle. Well, listen up. Some very interesting stuff. All right. Let me see. So this is an article that appeared in ADAP. All right. It's another technical publication that I keep an eye on for you because, believe me, nobody else wants to read this stuff, folks. Trust me. Apparently, the number of electric vehicles. Now, when they mean electric, we mean battery operated. We don't mean, mixed gas, hybrids. It's less than 1%. Right? I was surprised. It seems like they're everywhere. It's less than 1%. If you tack on the hybrids, all right, then that number sits at about 3.5%. So roughly 1.8 million EVs, and taken together aggregately, 63% of 284 million cars that are currently on the road. So I thought that was interesting. I didn't think it would be that low. I think they said also they found that in the first half of this year, however, 11% of all new car registrations fell into this. So they saw a groundswell increase in just 1 year of people going out and buying these cars. Now, I get, we don't have to scratch our head and figure out what's driving that. The gas went through the roof, inflation went through the roof, and people were like, wow, maybe a battery operated car is a good thing. Well, listen up. Maybe not. Because the article goes on to finish by saying that there's a lot of long-term cost and potential problems associated with owning these vehicles. That's right. Okay, you won't, trust me, you won't be running down to the store with your credit card, folks, to fix this problem either. All right? When we come back from the break, I'll tell you what that problem is. All right? If you're driving one of these cars, you probably should think about this. I don't think they're telling you this when you go buy these cars. But it's pretty interesting stuff, and I'll get to that. And also, we're going to have the last segment to kind of talk about V&J and where V&J is at today. That's one of our amazing sponsors. All right? So stick with us, and we'll be right back. All right, here we go. We're into the last segment. It's amazing how time flies when you're having a great time like we do here at Crash Course Radio every Tuesday afternoon. Live show, of course, 631-451-1039. 631-451-1039 brings you into this wonderful studio here to talk to little old me. Folks, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Instagram, Facebook, we're all over that stuff, right? Thanks to my amazing engineer here, my social media manager, Maniac. All right, we are moving along, increasing our visibility, our footprint there, and that's good, right? It's great for you folks out there. It's great for everyone. All right, so check that out over there. 631-451-1039 if you got something on your mind, something that's concerning you regarding insurance. If you're filing a claim, in the middle of a claim, have to file a claim, or you just got questions about the auto body industry. All right, so back to the article from the stack of stuff here that I read on this electric vehicle trend. As I said, 1%. All right. Now that jumped to 11%, all right, which is significant in a little under a couple years. Now listen to this though, all right, because this is all the fine stuff you don't hear. Of that, the majority of EV vehicles, this is aggregate now with hybrids and all, is still located on the West Coast, California. All right. Then the East Coast probably right behind that, New York, the metropolitan area. All right, and the majority of charging stations are still located on the West Coast. All right. So, I mean, what does that mean for everybody? I don't know. It doesn't mean anything for me. I'm driving a gasoline car, and I'll be driving one forever. But, if you're interested in that market, right, if you're looking at possibly buying an electric vehicle or a hybrid or you're driving one now, you should really be staying, abreast of this stuff, okay? Now, this gets more interesting. Listen to the rest of this. The majority of these EVs today are less than 5 years old. All right, 5 years old average. All right, but here's the important thing to take away on this article, though. The batteries, folks, the batteries in these cars, they're going to die between 8 to 10 years. All right, that's not open for speculation. That's engineering. All right, so let's even roll that out to its best possible conclusion. 10 years. So in 10 years from you buying that car, you can expect to have to replace the battery. Folks, those batteries run anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000. All right, so you're not taking out the credit card to run down the block to buy a new battery when this baby butt dies. All right, So something that it's something that, it's an interesting set of facts here, right? And I don't know how many people are actually looking at this and digesting this and I don't know, are they even asking about this? Are they telling you this? I don't know. Does anybody own an EV out there? Give me a call right now. Let me know. When you bought the car, all right, whether it was a Tesla or whether it was some other type of electric vehicle. Hey, I mean, let's face it. Tesla is the, that's the brand ambassador, right? Tesla. That's the diamond in the rough. Everybody knows Tesla was the one that broke all the barriers. All right, but folks, I'm reading it right here. All right, 10 years, that Tesla battery is going to die. If it doesn't die, it's going to be needing help. All right, a lot of money, right? A lot of money, folks. I mean, what are we doing about that? And where's that battery going? All right, and who's paying for that? All right, and there's a host of other electrical issues that will become concerning down the road within 8 to 10 years of you buying that car. All right, interesting stuff. I just thought I'd get it out there. Apparently the people that are driving the cars, for the most part, don't seem to be overly concerned about that. I don't know if they're just trying to fool themselves. I don't know. 63% of the people that own these cars. All right. Now listen to this. These tend to be high income cars. What I mean by that is it's a factual thing right now that 63% of the people owning these cars are what we would call high income. 63% are white, non-Hispanic consumers. All right. So there you go. All right. A little takeaway today from the stack of stuff. Some fun, some facts. Now let's just jump right into V&J. And before I do, I want to give a shout out to my friend out there, Jerry. Jerry's out in Southampton, and he mans our Southampton office. Jerry, I hope you're having a great day, and keep up the good work out there. All right, getting everybody's attention, letting them know V&J is out there for them. Folks, if you live in Southampton or out in that area, go stop by and say hello to Jerry. All right, he's on Nugent Street. I think that's Nugent Street, yes. All right, and that's our satellite office out there. That's so we can service the people out on that part of the island. All right, soon we will be opening one up on the North Fork as well, folks, so stay tuned. Hey, folks, V&J Auto Body, what can I say, right? They're our amazing sponsor, all right? And they've been supporting Crash Course Radio as well as Collision Services Network from the inception. So thank you very much, James, Arone, and Chandler. Thank you very much for your support, all right? And your continued interest in both Crash Course Radio and CollisionServiceNetwork.com. Folks, V&J Auto Body, all right? Now, I got into this a little bit a few weeks ago with, I forget the gentleman's name, Tony, I believe, right? Tony owns a shop. Tony, if you're listening, hey, listen, man, keep up the good work out there, Tony. Small business, folks, that was Tony, all right? He was a small business guy, all right? We're not here to demonize small business, all right? Not at all. What I simply try and do is just draw the comparison between investments that have to be made today. Right? Now, that's not to say that somebody in a small shop can't do good work. Not at all. In fact, when I was an adjuster, I used to make that point all the time. Price doesn't necessarily mean quality, right? I can get my car fixed at a smaller shop. All right? Listen, some of our shops on our network are small. They're not big production shops like V&J. All right? But V&J is. All right? And because we are, and I say we because I work there, because V&J is, and because V&J has positioned themselves to compete in the 21st century, which we have, all right, we feel we're better positioned to, to offer the consumer the most holistic approach when it comes to fixing their car. What do I mean by holistic? I mean, if you come in with anything short of a tank, I mean, if you drive into my parking lot and you're in a tank, all right, I can't help you. I can't fix a tank. All right, I can, however, fix everything just about under that. Right, so that's what I mean by that. It just makes us more available to the customer. Okay, because we have certifications across almost every spectrum of the industry and manufacturer. All right, and that's what V&J has done, and that takes a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of investment, right? And investment in equipment, people, right? Training, okay, business processes, improving business processes. In fact, speaking of money, we are now currently in the process of becoming Range Rover certified. Great, right? Jaguar, Range Rover, it's awesome. It's going to help us, increase our footprint. However, the investment to get there is quite steep, right? It's over $400,000 of additional equipment that they insist that we buy. Not saying we don't have it. They want us to buy what they have for their cars. The manufacturer insists on it. We got to go get it. That's a lot of money in my world, all right? So I don't know, right? I mean, think about it. If you're somebody else, do you have that kind of money? I don't have that kind of money. I mean, If I was in the auto body industry, I know most guys probably wouldn't be able to come up with that. That's a lot of money, but V&J can. And V&J can because of the things that they did in the past, all right? And both John Cacciatore, all right, who owned the company for 40 years, and now Chandler and James Arone, all right? Because these folks are able to see the future, right? They keep one eye down the road and one eye on where they're at. All right, and so that's why V&J is a diamond in the rough. All right, I would say it's a flagship body shop for the industry. What I mean by that, it's just something that everybody else in the industry should look up to. All right, and want to emulate. I'm not saying you're going to be able to. All right, but there are things that you might want to look at and try and take away to improve your situation there. And that's what V&J is. All right, and we do that. Chandler's very good at that. You know, we have no problem with helping our neighbors. Okay, if we need to the extent that we can and should. All right. So V&J Auto Body down in beautiful Lindenhurst. All right, over there, just north of the tracks, south of 109. All right, folks. Any car. We were the first Tesla certified facility in Suffolk County. In fact, the office out in Suffolk County, that's one of our outreach offices, was set up just for that. All right. So if you own a Tesla and you're out in Southampton, you got to stop by, say hello to Jerry, introduce yourself, and you'll know where to go if you get into a problem with that car. All right, folks, we are coming to the end of another amazing show. All right, so thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. All right, everybody enjoy the rest of the week. The weather looks fairly good. I think Friday we're going to get soaked. And then, unfortunately, it looks like November has finally showed up, right? Goodbye to 80. I don't think we see 80 until next May. All right, so everybody have a great week. And we will see you next Tuesday, 3 to 4 live as always.